Welcome to the channel. We might get a little Dutchy today. The Woody Woodpecker. Where you heading there, pretty lady?
To Lebanon.
I might grow my beard out here a little bit. I think I'm going a little Irish too. Say just Amish.
And Spaniard.
You're not going to Lebanon Levi, are ya?
We got some fake news here. They don't want to talk to us anymore. He's like, get out of here. One of the awesome things about coming to Amish country down here in Lancaster is they have these awesome little roadside stands all along the way. Nice, awesome, fresh baked treats. And right now, we are going to get some soft pretzels.
I don't know, my husband takes care of that. I have 3 dogs, I have 3 Weimaraners.
We're going all in on the ham and cheese roll. It's like a little pretzel hot pocket. It is so good. I'm gonna eat way too much food today. I can tell already. But you know what? It's cool. It's all right. If you ever get the chance to get some Amish treats, they're absolutely amazing. You can't go wrong with them. They're delicious. At least the ones we try anyway. You know, I gotta say, I think one of the best ways to be able to describe eating at one of these little Amish like roadside places is, like, if you've ever been to Puerto Rico, and I know I have a lot of new viewers from Puerto Rico, it's kind of like when you go, what are they called? Kiosks?
Chinchorros.
Chinchorros. So it's kind of like when you go to a chinchorro, like a little roadside stand in Puerto Rico. If you want the true authentic taste of what Pennsylvania Dutch is, you have to stop off of these little roadside stands because they're absolutely amazing. Now, you know, maybe not so much a ham and cheese pretzel roll is true authentic Pennsylvania Dutch, but their sweets, their treats, you know, that place that we were just at, they also had chicken, you know, shoe fly pies. It's all homemade, and you got to stop at these little places because the food is next to none. It's awesome. It's just simple, delicious, homemade, and awesome. We're going to continue with the Amish today. Today, this video is all about the Amish and the Amish community. It's, you know, it's a really awesome community to be a part of. It's a different lifestyle. It's a very strict lifestyle, which you're going to see, I'm sure, throughout the video today. But we are at this place in Lancaster County called the Amish Village. And really what it does is it's going to take us back through time and through modern day Amish and really just kind of show you what this is all about. So if you like the Amish, you like the Amish community, or you're intrigued, you're interested in how the Amish live, then we hope you stick along for the video today, because I think it's going to be a pretty fun example of just the Amish community and what all that entails. So.
All right, so I'll mention the tour today. First of all, if you have to go to the restroom, you should probably try to go to the restroom before you get here. Not that it's a far walk, but the restrooms are all the way on the other side of the property. Again, not a far walk, but just something to keep in mind. The tours that we're gonna take today, I'll put some prices up here for you. They have 3 different types of packages that you can do. You can do just the regular Amish house tour, which takes about 25 minutes and is guided. Or you can take a 90-minute bus tour, which is pretty cool. Or you can go all in on the premium package, which is a 25-minute house tour, 90-minute bus tour, and costs $35 a person. It's a pretty neat little covered bridge there. If you are fascinated with covered bridges, make sure you check out one of our other videos that we have. We actually went around through Lancaster County and did a tour through some covered bridges. Pretty cool. Fun fact, do you know why covered bridges exist? Really? It's due to longevity. With a covered bridge, you get longevity, you get more years for the bridge. The elements, the weather is not hitting it as much as a non-covered bridge. Since covered bridges are wood, they don't like water. And an average bridge without a cover on it is only going to last you probably 10 to 15 years. So where a covered bridge, they believed, could last up to 100 if a flood didn't take it out first.
Welcome. Again, my name's Joe. You're in an 1840s Amish home. So the Mennonites are getting established into the 1600s, and in the middle of that century, there's a Mennonite bishop by the name of Jacob Ammon. So Jacob was preaching for the Mennonites for a number of years, but as the 1600s came to a close, Jacob was facing a bit of a problem. Didn't always agree with the way the Mennonites were interpreting the Bible. He didn't think they held to the Bible close enough. So you know like where the Mennonites were going? They want to go back to the way the Catholics did it. In 1693, Jacob decided, we're breaking away, we're just going to form our own group. And named after Jacob Ammon, the Amish group is formed. So William Penn writes to the Mennonites and the Amish and a few other religious groups over in Europe and invites them to come to Pennsylvania for freedom of religion. And that's what the Amish did. They got on a boat over Europe, crossed the Atlantic, they landed down in Philadelphia. They spent a couple of weeks in Philadelphia, but that was a bigger city than they were used to. They're farmers. They go back to William Penn and ask, is there another place in Pennsylvania we can settle to farm? And William Penn said, sure, Lancaster County. So the Amish walked about 90 miles from Philadelphia to Lancaster and established a community here. So now Lancaster is the largest concentration of Amish in the world. We have about 44,000 Amish still here. So the Amish home is decorated plainly and colors reflect nature. You're going to see blue for sky, green for grass, yellow for sun. And the other you won't see in the Amish home, pictures of relatives on the wall or portraits painted of themselves. Everything is to the glory of God and the Amish community, not to you. That's why no pictures or paintings. If the Amish buy a property, a farm with a house on it already, the Amish will open up the walls and ceilings, tear out the electrical wiring, take out the ductwork, they seal it all up. The home becomes a plain home.
Look at that sexy Amish lady right there. Question for you. So I think you had already mentioned this in the beginning of it, but have you noticed like a decline in the Amish community recently versus?
Absolutely not.
No?
Absolutely not.
Still as prominent as before?
Very strong.
Do you see like it getting stronger or just really stays about the same?
They're very dedicated.
Okay.
So no, I don't see that as a problem.
That's awesome.
Other than getting the fire plan.
Right.
That's the biggest hassle.
Right.
No, hurdle, I should say, not
Right.
hassle.
You're extremely informative. I appreciate it. If you guys ever come to the Amish Village, make sure you check out Joe as your tour guide. He is very informative and an awesome tour guide. Thank you very much, sir. Take care. Right. We're running a little late for our tour. We're getting there. We're going on a bus tour now.
Any Amish business you see, if you see an Amish business, you can go into it. That is a fabric store. The home is a Doughty home. Doughty means grandparent. That gray side of the middle building is the grandparent side. They do not kick the elderly to the curb. They bring the elderly in. You're going to see that throughout the whole tour. Houses on houses, wonky, weird-looking houses. The grandparents are in. That's a multi-generational home. Shed by the tree is the phone shed. That's where the phone is. Here's a schoolhouse on the left side. This is where they go to school, you guys. They go to school in one-room schoolhouses. They do not go to school with the English. There are 250 of these. Steel wheels on the carriages and buggies. Amish house. And look, honor system. Nobody's there. Walk in, buy a birdhouse, put your money in the box. But look at the White House right next door with the antenna. PBS Kids, BBC One, English house. But then again, Amish. And beautiful gardens. And a schoolhouse here, and they're doing some work, English and Amish working together to put a backstop in. Fake Amish alert, left side.
So as you can see, this family here is pretty much all self-sufficient, you know, and that's kind of what the Amish is all about. Is they want to be self-sufficient. So they have their business right here. You saw the store. They have their farm back here, their barn, their house, everything right on the property.
This is the discount.
I think so. I think we came across the clearance rack. So if you come shopping in the Amish community, don't hesitate to look for the clearance racks. I think they have them.
Look at the cow.
Moo. The thing about the Amish is they are masters of their crafting abilities, as you can see with the woodworking. All this is handmade. It's really cool. Everything's handmade. Blue jay, cardinal, oriole, parrot. What's this, honey?
Woody woodpecker.
Woody woodpecker. That's interesting. It looks like this stuff here is actually made out of composite boarding. And one cool thing is the Amish community actually has stands like this all over the place. And you may have heard somewhere along the tour where a lot of these operate off an honor system. This is not an example of one of those. This is a little more in-depth for an Amish store. They do actually have people working at this store, but as you can see, they have a lot of awesome crafts and gifts that you can get here. I think we gotta go. I think the bus is gonna leave without us, and we don't want to walk from here. We got some fake news here. Ain't even anybody on the bus yet.
Oh, the story guy went over.
Fake news.
Yep.
Fake news.
Can't put it back now.
She's always getting in trouble, no matter where we go. Always gotta be a rebel. It's probably like the coolest pencil sharpener I've ever seen. Carousels. Oh look. Look, just for us, honey. They have a Ferris wheel pencil sharpener. If you want to see something funny, go check out our Hershey Park video where we're on a Ferris wheel. That'll give you a pretty good laugh.
Amish alert, right side. Work party alert. There's a lot of people that go. They might be out on the train right now. Look at this, every caboose is a hotel room. Every caboose has air conditioning and heat and a bathroom. You could stay in a caboose. They've all been refurbished. Now don't stay here. You don't want to stay at the little wood ones. It was awful. It almost ruined my marriage right there.
Alright, well we just got done with the driving tour part. It was pretty cool, you know, there's definitely some differences between the house tour and driving. But I would say ultimately you get pretty much the same information. For us being around the area and growing up and living amongst the Amish and Mennonite family pretty much my entire life, I would say I probably could have just stuck with the house tour. I've never been through an Amish house. But again, if you haven't been around this or you've not grown up around this community, you know, I definitely recommend you take both tours because it's a different type of learning, you know, and being out and actually truly being able to see it, and see kind of how they live and how they go about their daily lives. It's truly fascinating to be able to see. But we're back. We are back here at the house and on the property. You know, the Amish don't actually live in a village, even though this is called an Amish Village. I'm not sure if you heard on part of the tour, but you know, the Amish and Mennonite families do live, you know, they're intermingled with the English, which English is us. It's everybody that is not Amish, but they do intermingle with us. And don't live just in a village. I believe our tour guide probably said it the best, that if they just lived all together in one little village, that would kind of be like a cult, as to where, you know, the Amish is not a cult. Fun fact, the Amish really isn't a religion. You know, the Amish is based off of Christianity. It's just a very strict way of living. You know, they kind of take by living by the Bible like you do in Christianity, and then add to that a little bit more. You know, which I'm not going to get all into that in this video. There's a lot to go down, and some of it's kind of confusing, but very fascinating nonetheless. So we're here in the village. We're just going to kind of walk around here and check some things out. I believe they have a marketplace and a blacksmithing shop, a schoolhouse, and we're gonna walk around and check that out. So the tour's not done yet. Make sure you keep following along. If you haven't yet, like, comment, subscribe, turn on the notifications. If not, you know, my little buddies here are probably going to come after you, because, you know, it's just what they do. You don't want to piss them puppies off. So yeah, just gonna keep cruising around here, walk around, check it out. Got Billy the goat over here. Well, he's a little talkative. What do you want to say? Yeah, anything else? Yeah, anything else you'd like to say to the world? No, I think he's done. Doesn't want to talk to us anymore. He's like, get out of here. These buggies that you see here, they're pretty neat. They have different types of buggies. Not necessarily for different types of days, but maybe for different tasks. But a lot of the Amish will have two types of this buggy. They'll have one that they use Monday through Saturday, and then they have one that they consider their Sunday best. They only take it out on Sunday to go to church or to go visit their family. The Amish do follow very, very closely to the fact that you cannot work on Sunday. Sunday is a day of rest. And in the Amish community, they do not go to church every Sunday. They go to church every other Sunday. And on their off-church Sunday is used to go around and visit friends and family. Now, staying on the buggy is still back there. There are different types. You see there's like a truck buggy over there. And I believe you'll probably see some convertible buggies along the way too. The ones without roofs are primarily left for the children, and or the unmarried Amish rather. But I know in our community alone, we live around some Amish and Mennonite families, and every once in a while you'll see the kids come through our development in their little convertible buggy. Super cool, super friendly. It's just awesome to see. It's awesome to witness. But this here is the buggy that tows the camper. Well, no. Well, it looks like we have the Amish Maury. Where you heading there, pretty lady?
To Lebanon.
You're not going to Lebanon leave, high, are you? Okay. We got a pickup truck right here, guys. This is an Amish pickup truck, and it's pretty darn cool. Leave a comment down below for all you truck guys out there. You can go with a Ford, a Chevy, a Dodge, or you can go with the buggy. You see, I wonder how many horsepower I would need to pull my camper with that. All right, well, here is an example of an Amish schoolhouse. Look, duck, sheep, cow, pig. So one thing that we've learned about the Amish school system along our route today is they have these roughly every couple miles so that the students can go to school. The teachers are all female, and they are unmarried females, because once you get married in the Amish community, you're spending more time around the farm, becoming a parent. And I think the average Amish family has like around 9 kids, I believe. As you can see here, there are different sized desks. You have the smaller ones that are up here in the front, and that goes to the smaller children here, all the way to the back. Another thing I will mention, in the Amish school system, I believe you only go to 8th grade. It's all the further you have to go, because the Amish have proven that they do not need to further their education past the 8th grade to be able to do what they need to do within their communities, which they are very, very skilled laborers and craftsmen. They're masters of their trade, truly. So this is where they go to school up until 8th grade. As you can see in here, a lot of windows. A lot of windows for natural light. There are no lights in the Amish community. Just a single room schoolhouse. No restroom, no kitchen. Bring their lunches and use an outhouse for a bathroom. So there you go. That is the Amish schoolhouse. Here you see some examples of the farming equipment that Amish used. 1-horse hay tedder, a Deering sickle bar mower, funny looking John Deere 2-row corn planter, and a McCormick Deering 1-row cultivator. It's a lot different than what you see in the fields in the English communities. A lot different. Obviously, all operates by horse. Horses are very, very important in the Amish community. Since horses are so important in the Amish community, that brings us to our next stop here, which is the blacksmith shop. See some plows. These are all different types of plows. As Maury pointed out, here is another classic example of the Amish honor system. You want a horseshoe? Put $5 in the little box right there. Take your horseshoe. It's all yours. No cash register. Just put it in a box. This right here is a pretty good example of the convertible buggy. And there's also another one that's back there in the background. So the types of buggies that they use, as you can see here, to haul milk. Or that the children ride around on. They don't have the covered wagons for the kiddos. There's a marketplace. Head in and see what they have in here. I love peanut butter. I've never had Amish peanut butter. We're going for some peanut butter today, folks. I'm a huge sucker for peanut butter. What I haven't showed you, and I think I'm going to show you right now, is I also, at the other place, got these awesome, delicious little peanut butter cookies. We have coconut eggs, which fell out of their wrapper. Sorry. You ain't gotta put that one back. Maury's going all in on that one. And the peanut butter treats. Woo, the peanut butter treats. And then the fresh peanut butter. I love peanut butter. I don't know what else to say. I love peanut butter. Peanut butter and cheese. Not together though. Peanut butter and cheese together I don't think would be a good combo. Nice. We also got a village store here. Let's go check out the store. That's Jakey. Hi, Sage. Hi. It's okay. It's okay. How are you? How are you doing? Look at the little can't use the camera. Peppercorn and nutmeg. I think we're gonna go feed Sage. Are you hungry? Are you hungry? Okay. Well, these guys definitely know food's around now. Let's see if we can't feed Sage. Here, Mama. Here. Here. There you go. You're a good girl. You're a good girl. Need some more? Well, who do we have here? You want some food? Huh? You want some food? You just want you to drop that in your mouth. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Huh? Ain't that good? Huh? Is that good, Shaky? He's a good boy. Huh? He's a good Shaky. He's a good Shaky, huh? So the Amish also have peacocks. And the reason for the Amish having peacocks is because when they get startled, they make like a really loud screeching noise. So the peacocks are kind of like the Amish watchdog, per se. Interesting to know. It's a pretty fun fact. I did not know that. But I think that's going to wrap it up for this week's video. You know, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, I've grown up around the Amish community all my life. Maury, not so much. But if you're ever around Lancaster, Lebanon area, more predominantly in the Lancaster County area, you know, make sure you drive around, you check out some of the Amish stands, the Amish community. You know, there is a lot of tourism in Lancaster County. When you come, you know, just be respectful of their community and their culture. You know, it's really no different than going anywhere else. It's a lifestyle for them. It's what they follow. And, you know, when you go there, just respect it. Don't shove a camera in their faces and you know, expect them to be on TV and whatnot, because, you know, technology is just really not their strong suit. They don't have electric because they really want to be autonomous. And you know, so the majority of what they use now for electricity is either battery operated, solar power, you know, but you won't see your typical electricity coming into an Amish household. You know, they have a lot of different ways to be able to heat, to be able to light. I'm sure you've seen those throughout this video, whether it be propane, whether it be pneumatic with air, or just battery operated, solar operated. So one thing I will note, I'm not sure if I already said it on this video, but if you come here, they do have a pretty strict timeline to follow, but just know that you can kind of fluctuate around. Like when we first got here, it was a little bit overwhelming, and the lady was like, you know, you're here and the house tour starts in 5 minutes, and then right after the house tour is the bus tour, and then you have free rooms to be able to walk around. So first we're like, uh-oh, I don't know if we have enough time to be able to do all this. You know, we're not fully prepared. But just know that if you come and you pay, they have house tours every 15 minutes. They have bus tours. I'm not sure how frequently they run, I forget. But just know that if you come, you know, you can very easily walk around the grounds, or just kind of pick the route that you want to go, or kind of how you want to tour the place here. You know, because after you do the self-guided tour, you have free reins of the grounds, or even before. You know, I think really the important part of it is that you just get here and you pay for it. And then it's really on your time whether you want to do the grounds first, or the house, the bus tour. You know, but don't worry, they will be able to accommodate you, or however many people you have. I believe the biggest thing to note is if you're coming in a fairly large group, I believe you can go online and make reservations, or you can come here and you can make group reservations, but just know that then you may have to wait a little bit longer for them to be able to accommodate you or your group. But from what I've seen here today, you know, they're good at what they do here. They are very informative, whether you take the house tour, the bus tour, both. They're good at what they do. They're very informative with how they explain things. They make it very fun and interactive. And if you're here, you're going to get to experience all of that. So, and one thing that Maury noted, and I believe I said this already, is, you know, if you're coming to the Amish Village to actually see true, authentic Amish, you're not going to get that here. You know, it's just really the Amish experience of being able to come and see how their culture operates and what their facilities look like. But the Amish themselves truly do not operate out of this facility. Again, the Amish are extremely private. You know, they don't like cameras shoved in their faces. They understand that we're out here, we're taking pictures, and we're recording it because their lifestyle is interesting, but it is not, you know, something that they really want to be a part of in their everyday life. One interesting thing that I did learn, one fun fact that I did learn on the tour, is if you are English, you can become Amish. And I understand that that gets asked a lot. Can English become Amish? And the answer is yes. You can become Amish, but it is very, very hard to do so. It's very strict, and I believe you have to be, you have to go through like a 7-year time period to be able to get accepted into the Amish community. And it's not just as easy obviously as growing up Amish. And if you are Amish and you decide you want to become English, you're more than welcome to. At 16, you go out on a Rumspringa, and at that point you decide when you're done with your Rumspringa, either A, I want to become English and I want to vacate the Amish lifestyle, or I want to become Amish. At that point, you will get baptized into the Amish community. Later on down the road, if you decide that you do not want to be Amish, there lies the problem. Because once you are baptized to the Amish community, then you're shunned. Once you decide, hey, I want to leave the Amish community, it's not up to me, or it's not for me anymore. And it is very difficult to be able to get back into it after that part. If you decide once you're baptized you want to leave the Amish community, but then you want to re-enter years later, may not be the easiest thing to do. But yeah, like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's adventure. We are going to have some more stuff coming up about the Amish. I think this is a pretty good segue into what we may have coming in the future. So if you like this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave some comments, turn on some notifications, because we have some awesome content coming your way. Take care, and we'll see you on the next adventure.